Hello everybody, I'm Max Radix alongside the four-time NEW World Champion Erwin, and we welcome you to NEW Brawl.
The summit continues. Team 3 have been eliminated. 5 teams remain. We also have a women's tag division match here tonight and injection division action to top the card off. It will be a number 1 contendership match here tonight, Max. Arguably 2 of the toughest men in the injection division. They've certainly earned that spot here tonight. 11 points apiece.
Yeah, I'm certainly going to get into that later on here tonight, Erwin. 2 men you would not really expect to be in that position, considering it's always been like the technical division of NEW, the injection title, but 2 guys who've evolved, changed their skill set, and have thrived in that division against all the odds, perhaps.
I'm here at this time with Eli Ward. Eli, I want to thank you for this time. I wanted to get your view on what is going on with the Jones gang.
I'd like the answer to that myself, Reno. I thought there was some plan. Then I see that footage you got. Now I'm not so sure. Reaper, there's a reason I returned to your side. I don't want to challenge you for leadership again, but I think there is someone who does, and somehow has usurped you.
There we go.
Well, short but sweet by Eli Ward. This divide and conquer strategy of Chris Jones as of late has certainly yielded psychological results, shall we say.
Yeah, there's definitely turmoil in the Jones gang camp, and you've got to wonder if that was Chris Jones' intention all along. You see the last 3 summit matches there before all teams have faced one another. Only 1 team eliminated so far. Of course, that could increase here tonight. See some down to just 3 for Team 2 and Team 1. 4 left in Team 4. Team 5 still at full strength. Team 6 nearly there with 5.
Yeah, and as you can see, some big names already gone from their respective teams. Team 3 entirely eliminated a few former world champions in that one, so just goes to show you that it's anyone's game. 1 loss and you're out. The prize, arguably the richest that NEW offer.
Yeah, the biggest opportunity. Chance to negotiate with myself and the committee on your prize.
Introducing first, from Lexington, Kentucky, weighing in at 239 pounds, Simon Youngblood.
Well, Simon Youngblood, former world champion, now one half of arguably one of the most promising tag teams in NEW today, alongside Cowboy Roy.
Yeah, of course, we've not really seen them in much tag action. The summit's kind of disrupted that for them.
I'm sure they'll get back to it, but yeah, I do believe right now they're focused on the Summit tournament. But you never know, if Simon Youngblood wins the whole show, then there's every possibility they could request a tag team title shot.
There's an opportunity he may wish to pursue. Well, we heard from Eli Ward earlier on.
From Cheyenne, Wyoming, weighing in at 163 pounds, Chris Shawn.
Well, here's a man who has courted controversy his entire professional career and continues to do so. One of the most successful men in NEW history. Like him or hate him, he's in that rarefied air of a 4-time world champion. Underestimate Chris Jones at your peril, but at the moment it is undisputable the so-called Jones gang is at a bit of an impasse.
Yeah, you've got to wonder if...
They've only had, I believe, Erwin, one win since they've formed.
Yeah, and that goes to the Phantom, not even to Chris Jones. And he seems to have started stirring things up since he and Eli Ward went to blows in this Summit tournament. The Reaper and Eli Ward have also come to blows in this tournament.
Well, you want to talk about stagmenting stables, and you may have to talk about the WVGU as well. This is one group that again has somewhat lost its focus as of late. I think ZTG may be the most legitimate chance that they have in the Summit tournament. He is a former world champion, so when he puts it all together, there's no doubt that he has some talent in that ring. Another man who quite happily courts controversy wherever he goes.
And again, it's interesting, ZTG essentially, everything contract-wise goes through ZTG for the WVGU unit. And the Superstar has opted not to re-sign with NEW, so I've got to wonder if there's a bit of a reshuffling, a bit of replanning going on with the WVGU. Maybe a new approach.
And at a combined weight of 564 pounds.
Because you're right, Max, ZTG, a former world champion, as is Tasmania here, currently our United Kingdom champion.
Yeah, of course, I think Tasmania is still looking to achieve that Grand Slam title. Of course, he said he's going to try and hold that UK title for as long as possible, and then I believe it's only really the injection division left.
Yeah, I mean,
for Tasmania after that.
He would be the first wrestler in NEW to hold all the current championships we have. Be quite a feat.
And of course, here with his long-term tag team partner, the veteran Rico Carver. These guys are about as tight as they could be. Good to see Rico.
Of course, have that tag team advantage as deep as we are into the Summit. I think the likes of ZTG, Chris Jones and Simon Youngblood probably haven't spoken much tactics with each other.
Well, you know, despite the obvious talent on both sides, I do think that Team 5 might just hold a little bit of an advantage in this one, Erwin, in our kick-off match here on Brawl, simply because Tasmania and Rico Carver have all that experience tagging together. I think that's definitely going to be a factor. I mean, they do have
tip the scales.
You know, they have the wild card here in Zach George.
Yeah, still a relative newcomer here in NEW.
Yeah, definite rookie. A lot of potential, a lot of upside.
I mean, arguably, if Team 6 could isolate him early on, they may get an advantage. But again, he is a big, strong fella. And that could be a challenge in and of itself, and very interesting here. Simon Youngblood and Tasmania have faced off before.
Oh yeah, there has definitely been a bit of history between Youngblood and Tasmania.
Tasmania getting Simon Youngblood straight into his corner, straight into the Tree of War. Oh, Youngblood having none of that. What a DDT. Swinging his body around.
The Lionheart does seem to, Simon Youngblood does seem to have trimmed up a bit as of late.
I feel like he's going through one of those style transitions again.
That's been one of I would say one of his stronger points as an athlete here in NEW, his ability to change with the times, mix up his styles. Yeah, absolutely.
Having trouble right now though, Tasmania keeping him well in that corner.
Yeah, Taz is just well, you know, to coin the phrase, a prime time player.
That single leg.
Definitely in the top 10%, I would say.
Another big suplex.
Been a tremendous United Kingdom champion, tag made to Rico Carver, the veteran.
Of course, Tasmania #1 in the rankings as well at present, even above the world champion. Which no doubt irks Rick Weaver. Oh.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I believe it was Tasmania that Rick Weaver beat for that world title in emphatic fashion. Tag made.
Tasmania back in the ring.
Shocked the world in the manner in which Tasmania was beaten. I mean, Taz has gone on record.
Oh, and Chris Jones out of the ring.
Vicious manoeuvre there by Tasmania. He has gone on record and pretty much saying he was unprepared for that one. which is very unlike Tasmania. You have to believe at some point, somewhere down the road, he's going to be looking at that world title once again.
Surely.
I'd love to see the rematch.
Tasmania up to the top here.
Oh!
Still caught Chris Jones. He was trying to get under the feet of him. Trying to get him off that top rope. Failed. Oh.
Tag made. I believe it's Haku Ross who's got the next shot at Weaver for that world title. If
well, that's still open, yeah. I mean, Crazy Hammer hasn't essentially cashed that in yet. Oh, what an exploder.
I know that's the only real title shot we have confirmed. Oh, wait a minute. 2. Oh, Zach George there with a 2 count using that impressive frame.
Yeah,
to put that pressure on Jones.
I mean, you exert a lot of energy getting Zach George off him there. Oh, still trying to fight through that block and gets a DDT.
And yeah, sure, he's wiry and he's not the biggest of guys, but Chris Jones has made a career out of beating bigger men.
That shot. Big forearm by Zach George. Oh, backbreaker, stretching Jones over that knee.
There's nothing fancy about Zach George's offense. He's a meat and potato kind of wrestler, but certainly effective.
Tags made here. ZTG and Rico Carver now legal men. Oh, Rico Carver hanging ZTG up on that top rope. And it's not been much luck for Team 6 here tonight. In the early goings of this matchup. Bow and arrow here.
Well, as I said in the introduction, Owen, I do believe that extra edge will go to Team 5 tonight because of the fact that they do have a tag team within the threesome.
Oh! Hard shot there by Carver. Oh, hard chop.
Absolute hoss is Rico Carver. Incredibly athletic for a guy his size as well, and you know, for an NEW OG, he's certainly still got a spring in his step as well as Rico Carver.
Just throwing ZTG across the mat. That corner work, that effectiveness of Team 5 is certainly paying off here. Zach George back in.
I wonder what Rico thinks of all these new young guns trying to take his title of Hoss. You know, we've got gonna have to resolve that at one point.
We have had a bit of an influx of big guys recently.
You could put Zach George on there on that list as well.
For the pin. Bit lapsadaisical, but still. Simon Youngblood, I think, there had to make the save.
The return of Dallas Rage, who's by no means a small guy.
I think our heaviest on the card at present. Zach George here going after Youngblood and taking shots at Chris Jones as well.
Well, that's what I would like to call cowboy reflexes, Owen.
However, ZTG got there first, sends Zach George to the outside.
Yeah, ever the opportunist.
Huge elbow to the back of the skull there. Zach George just pushing ZTG away at sheer strength. Scoops him onto the apron. Again, just a deadlift from the ground up. Red power slam. Onto those wafer thin mats on the outside. A count of 6. 7 now. Zach George is going to have to watch himself. Gets back in the ring on 8. And breaks the count. What's ZTG doing? Hang on a second. I think ZTG just had some brass knuckles.
I have to admit that I missed that, but yeah, I've no doubt that ZTG is willing to take the shortcut.
Sure, I saw something shining on those knuckles as he was turning back.
Well, if he did just slam Zach George in the head with a pair of brass knucks, and you have to respect the recovery of Zach George, who has held his ground and is fighting back here.
Swinging wildly here.
As I said, nothing fancy about his offense, but oh my lord, it's effective.
Certainly getting the job done. ZTG looking for an advantage, did not get it. Oh, hang on a second. Arm wringer. Oh, headbutt to that wrist.
You know, it's nice to know, considering how technical NEW has got lately, that a good old-fashioned brawler can still make a name for himself here in NEW. I'll touch on that point later on tonight in our main event, but
Count of 8.
Oh!
Zach George back in the ring. Oh. Both men duking it out. Arm wringer again by ZTG, and just going back to that wrist. Oh, not this time though, says Zach George. Hard forearm. ZTG back in his corner. Oh. ZTG with a hard elbow though, escapes. Famouser. Tag made to Chris Jones.
Chris Jones back to legal man. Zach George laying lifeless in the ring after some good work by ZTG. You have to wonder if those potential knocks did play a part. Zach George still firing on instincts here. That looked like a bit of a low shot there by Chris Jones, but the referee allowed it. Oh!
Just these series of rights, but I think Chris Jones is hurting his own hand in the process. Zach George with a nice escape there.
Can't say I'm overly surprised, the sheer gait.
Oh! Short arm lariat again. A devastating manoeuvre, but too close to Simon Youngblood, who makes the break.
Just increase that reach, it's just nowhere. Oh my lord, we've seen that big boot before. Vicious by Zach George. Tag made to the other horse in the match, Rico Carver. This is not very better. Well, there you see, there's the difference between the rookie and the veteran. Double axe handle to break up the pin.
Tasmania going after Youngblood, who made the save.
Carver's been around long enough to know to maximise your opportunities. Especially this day and age with the amount of competition that we have in pretty much every division. Oh, tag made again.
And this is broken down. Zach George going after Youngblood on the outside. ZTG and
well, you know, this has happened
Rico Carver going to meet them
in a few of these multi-men summit matches. I think it's something that we really should consider. Maybe putting two referees at ringside. Oh my word! Oh, standing Spanish fly, beautiful there by Chris Jones, going to the top rope, and he has a killer 450, folks. If you've not seen it before, that was stupid. That was a ridiculous mistake to make for a veteran of Chris Jones. Is standing. Tasmania was clearly already getting up. What was Jones thinking there? And a guy of Tasmania's quality is not going to give up that opportunity too. There it is, Chris Jones is out of here.
Yeah, I think ZTG went to break things up, but Zach George interfering.
Yeah, ZTG did his level best to save Jones, but as you say, Erwin, that interference by George just blocked his path. But it was an error by Chris Jones that basically kick-started that entire sequence of events.
That leaves Youngblood and ZTG in a handicap against Zach George and the barbed wire bats.
And yeah, and inevitably,
dear Lord,
this has won him matches, it has won him titles. A vicious clothesline. Rico was there to run interference, but Simon Youngblood was quicker.
Reverse DDT though by Youngblood. We've not the legal man here. Referee needs to get some order.
Yeah, ZTG. Dear Lord. Youngblood was dangerously close to landing on ZTG there after that suplex from Tasmania. ZTG finally back up, but he spent a lot of time on the ground.
The light switch.
Vicious maneuver. Modified spine breaker, tag made.
Youngblood now the legal man. Tasmania trying to get to his feet. Youngblood with an assist for a Rolly super kick.
Classic Simon Youngblood.
That schoolboy super kick. So smooth and fluid, going for the pin.
2.
Only a 2.
Well, I think the reason ZTG didn't come in there, that he was still kind of, excuse me, Zach George and come in there.
Oh my wall, that super kick of ZTG's. Oh, Zach George with a save.
Yeah, he came in that time, George. I think there was a good bit of communication there by Tasmania and Carver, as you would expect, being tag team partners.
Oh, some hard knees here from ZTG. Oof.
You know, it might be something to consider for next year's Summer Irwin to perhaps, you know, exclude tag teams from being in the same team. You know,
it's all the captain's choices. And
I mean, I completely respect that, and you know, but I think it does give the captains like an unfair advantage if they choose a team like Carver and Tasmania. You know, 2 stalwart, respected veterans who have had a lot of tag team experience against guys who've effectively never teamed together. I suppose it does come down.
Famous from Rico Carver.
Comes down to the captain's choice, but double axe handle to break it up.
ZTG sending Tasmania out. Oh, Alabama slammed away. Youngblood got out. Kick to that arm.
I suppose it all comes down to the tactical element of the summit.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen tag teams eliminated.
There it is, best moonsault in the business. 2. Not
George right there.
Yeah, like way too close to George, who's done well here on a couple of interference runs here tonight.
Since
had a key role in the first elimination. And done his work well again here for both Tasmania and
look at the strength
Rico.
of Youngblood. Torture rack here. Big Carver. Carver not giving though.
Yeah, I think you could maybe count the amount of times Rico Carver submitted on one hand. So it was always a big ask from Simon Youngblood. It was an impressive display of strength by the Lionheart.
That speed to the top rope.
Yeah, it never ceases to amaze me, the spring in his step. Beautiful. From an absurd angle. How did he hit that? 2.
Tasmania there. ZTG close behind. This thing has broken down. The halfway mark.
There's that extra man element now though with Chris Jones gone, Irwin. It's not just a case of, you know, keeping one member of the opposite side busy. You've got to keep 2 of them busy. And that's just a numbers game. There's only so much CTG can do, and he's doing his level best to create a ruckus.
I think Youngblood realises it as well. He's just upped his game in that ring. Tag made to ZTG.
I would say maybe his submission's their best bet now to kind of even up the score a bit and try and make this a standard tag. There's still 14 minutes on the clock, but they've not really alienated any member of Team 5 so far.
Carver on wobbly legs here, sent to the outside by ZTG. Knees to the side of the leg, restricting that vertical base, or maybe not. A chop from Carver, response from ZTG. Well, this could be a good tactic as well if they can get a count out here. Rico Carver though, still trying to fight back. Count of 7. CTG doesn't want to risk it, gets back in the ring. So does Carver. Into the corner. CTG, oh! Double Frank Pan shot by Rico Carr. Erupting through the chest of ZTG. Tag made to Tasmania. And shot. X-Plex. Going for the pin. Oh. Youngblood there in time. Getting a little bit of chaos. Tasmania now heading up to the top. Oh, misses with the elbow. CTG bust open. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going to add to this.
light cut on ZTG's forehead. I'm not exactly sure how that's happened, but there are some very sharp elbows and quick feet in this matchup, so it could have been a number of things.
Clothesline and attack.
Tag made. ZTG certainly not unfamiliar to the sight of his own blood. His hardcore background.
Oh, Youngblood.
For the second time tonight, dear lord.
Yeah, first it was Chris Jones courtesy of Tasmania, now Youngblood sending Tasmania over that top rope.
Makes me flinch every time I see it, Erwin. It's an ugly drop.
Yeah, it's not a nice landing. Oh, schoolboy.
Won him titles, won him matches all over the world. Double axe handle breaks up the pin. Rico Carver there saving his tag team partner's bacon.
Oh.
No! Simon Youngblood not happy about that.
Oh, a boot. No.
Tasmania
though, getting bomber clothesline.
Vicious clothesline. Just the sheer power at which he hits it. 2. No!
CTG couldn't get there. Youngblood kicked out on his own.
CTG and Zach George, I think, were way too focused on beating each other up than they were in breaking up the pin. Hard elbow there by Youngblood.
Butterfly
Oh,
powerbomb.
beautiful. Perfectly executed, as you would expect.
Up to the top once more.
Not particularly in the right position for his moonsault. I think Youngblood's realised that a second too late. He's risking it for a biscuit.
Oh! Went for a drop kick. Tasmania
Tag
stepped out of
made.
the way. Zach George in the ring now. Oh, hard shot. Oh, hard elbow by Youngblood. DDT. Oh, now Youngblood's bust up and Zach George with that DDT. Blood on both sides. Tag to ZTG like war. Very close quarters with that super kick.
Yeah, that could be it. Those boots are heavy. Oh no, 2.9. That was close. Zach George kicking out all on his own. No one run interference that time. I think that has been George's primary role in this match so far. Hell of a light switch there by ZTG. Could be enough. Chooses not to go for the pin. That could be a mistake.
George in the open corner. Some hard knees by ZTG. Just utilising those ropes. Oof. Big knees in the corner.
And that streak of arrogance from ZTG there, dancing out the corner. This match is not yet won. In fact, the numbers are against you.
Youngblood back to the top.
Well, he's seen Zach George in prime position, hasn't he?
Perfect location for the knees up.
Yeah, Zach George showing an incredible amount of ring awareness there for a rookie, considering the amount of blood loss. What a big boot!
Going for the pin.
Two! Oh, double axe handle breaks up the pin.
Zach George. Backbreaker to ZTG. Youngblood. Back on the attack. No! Butterfly powerbomb. Going for a pin. Tasmania makes a save way too close to that corner. No ZTG to help. Oh. Suplex there by Tasmania, too close to the ropes as Zach George went for a pin.
Boots. Vicious shot there by Zach George.
And fatigue setting in. Heavily for these guys now. They're just trying to find a way to put out Youngblood. Tag made to Rico Carver. And no sign of ZTG here. Big elbow by Carver. Response by Youngblood. Hard knee. Famouser. Carver going for the pin. Changed his mind. Went for the pin again. Not sure what that was about. But that hesitation cost him only a 2. Single leg drop kick by Youngblood. Another hard knee by Carver. They duke it out here. Youngblood takes Carver back to his corner. Tag made to ZTG. Off the ropes. Big back body drop.
Tag made.
Rico escapes, tag made to Zach George. Comes in with a flurry.
Yeah, just as it looked like they were starting to alienate Carver, he managed to get the tag into George, but I'm not sure if that was the wisest of moves. I mean, Zach George has already been injured in this match and has lost quite a bit of blood. The Cowboy's still fighting.
Yeah, he's firing on all cylinders.
The young Texan.
Going to say some quick tags by Simon Youngblood and ZTG, but right now Zach George has slowed that down.
I think that's, their best bet. I mean, they do really well. I mean, I know we've got five and a half minutes remaining. There's still time for a complete wipeout here. If they could, wait a minute!
That super kick for I think the 3rd time to George now, and another save by Tasmania.
Yeah, it really is no wonder why Zach George is busted open here tonight, is there? Those Desert Storm boots of ZTG. Not particularly sure if that's even legal footwear.
Headbutt by Zach George. I'm not sure how wise that was.
Well, yeah, Zach George. Went for that spinning elbow. Well blocked by the veteran.
Famouser.
Flying Famouser. And more damage done to the head. Tag made. They would do well to get another elimination here if Simon Youngblood and ZTG can somehow equal up the score.
So, something like that perhaps. Hook for the pin.
There it is. Well, I think Carver and Tasmania decided to let George go there. A lot of damage had been done to the rookie. A valiant night for Zach George. Wait a minute.
By Tasmania.
Rico Carver running interference. ZTG let it happen. Youngblood is gone.
By ZTG.
Carver might want to think about getting in there. This is every man for himself, and you have to wonder if that I know it's a team situation here, but ultimately only one person can claim the prize.
Well, it's whoever is left on the team, the winning team. In ZTG's case, that is now down to him. Tasmania utilising that count. Hang on.
2.
ZTG.
Yeah, ZTG has found another level here. Has to be said, against a very experienced tag team. The sight of his own blood has seemed to have inspired him.
Desperately trying to stave off elimination. Oh, big DDT. Looking for it again, that light switch.
Vicious light switch there by ZTG. Third or fourth time has implemented that move tonight. Carver this time, realising his teammate might be in a little bit of trouble. Well, I can't foresee, in all honesty, ZTG managing to eliminate these guys before the match is over. It's just a question of whether he can survive. And the answer to that is no. Team Tasmania has on here tonight.
Battle.
Yeah, that was a hell of a battle. Team 6, they fought valiantly, but ultimately Youngblood, ZTG and Jones all gone from the summit. Is that Team 6 eliminated completely?
Team eliminated, I believe.
Here are your winners.
The male side for certain. Zach George back to celebrate with barbed wire bats. We'll take a look at the brackets now to make sure.
Yeah, great sportsmanship by Zach George. His participation in the summit is over, but his team was successful. And he definitely played his part, did the young man here tonight. We'll have a look at those brackets, as you rightly say, Erwin. What is left, if any, of Team 5?
And of course,
Team 6, excuse me.
those two matches still to come, and then we will look about setting up the next bracket. If further eliminations are required, I believe they will be. What a battle that was. Here we go.
Well, Jones is gone, Youngblood's gone, ZTG is gone.
Jones not crossed off there, that is a mistake. Team 6 are down to just their female two, Morgan Morales, the team captain, and Jade Madison,
who has little to no in-ring experience.
It could be a rough road for Team 6.
Most definitely. I would say right now, Erwin, that Team 5 is looking the strongest.
And we will be back after this short break.
I'm joined at this time by Cynthia Violet. Cynthia, bad luck in the Summit tournament.
Well, thanks, Jane. We tried hard against Foxy Valentines. We've beaten them before, but it just wasn't our night.
Well, I mean, me and Morgan are going to win anyway, so you never really had a shot, but what are your plans now?
Simmons and I will go where we get a chance. Tag, singles, doesn't matter. We want gold.
Cynthia Violet, thank you very much. Back to Max and Owen.
Well, tag team action coming up.
It's there.
Well, Long Tornado have quite the lead in the women's tag division.
Yeah, the eclectic experiment of Long Bui and Super Tornado took a while to click, but once it did, they started picking up wins in the women's tag team division left, right and centre. Some of their oldest rivals here in Dare, who have really bought in to the women's tag team division. You rarely see either of these ladies in their singles action.
No, Sophia Robbins had a brief attempt at that women's junior championship, took part in that gauntlet, but other than that, yeah, they've pretty much been solely focused on the tag division for this year, if not longer. With mixed success so far, trying to get back on their feet here against another team who are still sort of trying to get used to the women's tag division, I would say.
And their opponents.
Jade Phillips and Carolyn Carr.
Yeah, two straight up badasses.
Jade
Phillips and Carr.
Of course, recently, Jade Phillips winning that women's junior gauntlet, only to be goaded into a title match against Jade Durand.
Yeah, not even a champion for a night. I mean, the controversy of that matchup and the deal that was made to make it happen definitely raised a few eyebrows in the back after a well-earned victory by Carr.
Well, it's Carr and Melissa Sanchez starting things off. Melissa Sanchez trying to distract Bob Shatova there, gets a backdrop from Carolyn Carr for her trouble, and we've seen this a lot in the women's tag division as of late. Attempt to distract the officials from the get-go, and it seems to have worked here for the moment, but not to Sanchez's advantage. Carr missed with that kick though. Sanchez couldn't get her back to the corner in time. Corner and elbow tie up. Oh, big German suplex by Carolyn Carr. Just working on that leg. Melissa Sanchez. Melissa Sanchez, also a former women's junior champion, along with Jade Phillips. So one on either side. Tag made. Two that have been very close in the past. In fact, I think Carolyn Carr has been a women's junior champion in the past as well. Oh, leg drag there by Sanchez. Sophia Robbins now in the ring. Sends Phillips into the corner, but misses with a kick and a strike. Phillips regains herself. Oh! Big scoop slap from that gorilla press position. Oh, just tying Sophia Robbins up here. Some kind of armbar or triangle there. Can't quite see from this angle. Sophia Robbins breaks free.
And you see, two teams here who are both with their eyes firmly set on the women's tag team gold. But it's an interesting dynamic. Points at this stage of the game in this division are going to be crucial when we get to naming number one contenders.
Yeah, essentially the team winning here tonight will be looking to chip away at Tornado and Long Bui and Super Tornado's lead. Oh, big elbow drop by Carolyn Carr as this is spilt to the outside. Oh, boot by Sanchez.
The Cuban missile.
It's a scissor kick there.
Completely changed up her style and physical attributes really in the last 6 months to a year.
A lot of gym work. It's gone into both members of Dare. A lot of Muay Thai training. As you can tell from these strikes.
I mean, pound for pound now, I put Sanchez up there with one of the strongest women in the locker room. Oh, big German there by Carr.
I think it's the likes of people like Carr that have kind of made people up their game in the women's division here in NEW. Of course, coming in as quite the strong arm herself to begin with. Arguably now matched to the likes of Sanchez. Tag made by Jade Phillips.
Yeah, the ongoing evolution in our women's division as of late has been truly incredible. It's been well documented.
Phillips off the ropes. What a shot! Hyping herself up, but Robbins firing back here. Huge forearms.
Is this traditional tag rules? Is it elimination or is it one fall to finish?
It's just one fall to the finish, non-title of course. Nearly a third of the match time has expired as these two teams have been duking it out here. With that leg drop. Leg drop, if you will.
I've always kind of wondered the validity of that split-legged leg drop. You know, I mean, it looks good, but how much damage can it possibly do? And you have to wonder. I mean, you're seeing it there. Robbins is not exactly what you would call a slow competitor, but from that position, it does take you a while to get back to a vertical base. I mean, it's not caused her any issues so far, it has to be said, but it's something to consider.
Yeah, but when it misses.
Tag made. Less than 10 minutes left on the clock. Things can change so quickly in these type of matches.
Sanchez. There's a crossface in.
You see, this might be the best bet. This could be the easiest way for Dare to get a much-needed victory to put that pressure back on Bui and Tornado.
Great composure there by Carolyn Carr with those forearms to break free and just scoop Sanchez up. Drips over the top.
Well, yeah, as you said, Erwin, Carr always has had that very strong tag mate to Phillips. Always had that very strong technical base, and has only improved upon that since her arrival.
And again, it's another tag team where Phillips essentially followed Carr into the gym, and you can see that's paid off. Phillips.
The level of dedication and focus in our women's locker room right now is scary. I talk to these kids on a pretty much daily basis in my relations role, and I can tell you there's a lot of hungry women back there who know how strong the competition is right now and want to leave their mark.
Carr here. A little bit of showboating. What a snap on that slam. Sanchez in trouble. Escapes. Hard knees to the gut. Big exploder. Just the fortitude of these four to fight through this is incredible. Going for a pin.
Yeah, pulling away from the ropes, winning some good interference there. Double axe handle to break up the pin. Good teamwork by Carr and Phillips there. Sophia Robbins a little bit slow off the mark. Melissa Sanchez cleaning up the excess.
Yeah, both non-legal women sent unceremoniously to the outside.
Dear Lord!
Goya there by Sanchez, who is poised and ready in the corner. Crisis Terminada. That could be it for Carolyn Carr.
Yeah, that is what is known as a knockout shot. That is an impressive victory by Carolyn Carr and her partner Jade Phillips came to fight here tonight, but Dare's extra minutes in the gym clearly paying off here. Hell of a crisis terminada there by Melissa Sanchez. Has to be voted MVP in this one here tonight. It was steady if not spectacular, but the result was all the same. Dare catching up to Long Bui and Super Tornado.
And which team will go on to face Foxy Valentine's we can only see in the future. That means one thing, we will be back with our Injection #1 Contendership match. A big victory for Dare here tonight.
We cannot change the past, but we can start today to make a better tomorrow.
History is just beginning. It's like leaves creating a canopy, woven in the tapestry, my testimony, ceremony of souls, symphony of sounds and forms, a cacophony. I'll keep that energy. I'll keep that energy flowing through the whole range of me, so you can focus on the rage in me. I'm my obituary. Well, I'm rewriting it every second, every century. Well, I'm rewriting it. History is just beginning.
Huge statement there from Paul Masters that came to us courtesy of Ronin Pro.
Yeah, Paul Masters setting his sights, it seems, on an NEW icon.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Houston, Texas. Weighing in at 254 pounds, Tyler.
I'm sure Cowboy Roy will have something to say about that.
Oh yeah, the cowboy, the cowboy is no stranger to having a target on his back, so I'm sure he'll have some choice words for Paul Masters. But Tyler York, an NEW veteran, highly respected in the locker room,
appeared on the first ever NEW Brawl. What a main event this should be. 11 points apiece. course.
He faces Erwin, my apologies, he faces arguably Shawn O'Grady in the best form of his career, not only in a #1 contendership match for the Injection Championship, the golden ticket holder.
That is very true. Of course, as I say, Tyler York appeared on the first NEW Brawl, a former hardcore champion of 49 days, former men's junior champion of 133 days, former two-time men's tag team champion of 43 days. Shawn O'Grady, former men's world champion of 2 days and a former men's tag team champion of 125 days. And as you say, Max, both finding themselves in an amazing position here.
Well, yeah, I did
face Alex Crabb.
You know, you couldn't hope for two more respected veterans in the NEW locker room, and as I said, I promised to touch upon it, both guys have had to change up their styles. I mean, both considered brawlers back in the day, but this is a very technical division, and they've not only survived in this division, they have thrived in this division.
First of 3 5-minute rounds underway here.
I'm very conflicted in this one, Erwin. Both these guys deserve great success here in NEW. Both guys command a tremendous amount of respect in the locker room. Both these men are in arguably the best form of their NEW career.
Saito suplex there. And indeed, yeah, it's going to be such a hard one to call. There is no favourite here. They are both equal.
Yeah, I mean, how do you pick between two locker room leaders like Tyler York and Shawn O'Grady? It's damn near impossible. It's like choosing between your children. You know, it's not a conversation that's going to end well.
Tyler York dishing out the punishment, forcing O'Grady into that corner. Some heavy knees. O'Grady drops down, and the beating continues. Tyler York just keeping up the pressure here.
I mean, I know, we're both relatively close with both these men, Erwin, so I've got to ask you, do you have a dog in this hunt, or are you just hoping for a good match?
Yeah, I'm just hoping for a good clean fight and the temper not to get the better of them. Big suplex there by O'Grady. Basement dropkick.
Well, we know O'Grady's got a temper, there's no doubt about that. He was a bare-knuckle boxer before he got into wrestling. He's been fighting his entire adult life. Tyler York, no stranger to that streak of red either. In his career, of course, an NEW original.
Huge elbow drop there by Tyler York. Super leg by O'Grady.
And both these men will know each other so well. Big backdrop by O'Grady. The years down the road together.
Certainly. Some hard strikes there by Shawn O'Grady.
And like in every other job, in every other business, there is cliques, and in NEW the veterans tend to hang around with the veterans, so there's probably a level of friendship.
There's definitely
behind
a big level of respect here in this ring tonight, and I think that's part of the Injection division. I don't think there's many in there that aren't good friends. I mean, perhaps a few.
I think it's very quickly become one of our most respected divisions here in NEW because of the sheer technicality and, of course, the round robin rules. It's very old school, and has obviously attracted a very high caliber of competitor. And you have to remember,
what a DDT.
When the Injection division first came around, it was entirely voluntary. So,
it still is.
Yeah, once you get past that junior level, if you want to go for the Injection title, you're more than welcome to.
O'Grady could be looking to finish it.
That is a game changer. That was zero distance. That could have knocked out Tyler York. 2.9. That was close.
O'Grady still has a minute to try and capitalise on that. Crowd just loving this here. Already working on that arm of York's. Both went in for a shoulder barge. O'Grady stepped far enough. back, brutal DDT. York still feeling the damage to the arm. Off, fights free, trying to shake it off. 30 seconds here in our first round. Oh! Hard clothesline in the corner. Oh, Tyler York went for it again, already blocked. Kick to the leg, sends Tyler York into the corner, but time is running out here. 5 seconds left, O'Grady's making it count. Oh no, Tyler York.
Yeah, got that last shot of the first round, a little bit of trash talk there by Tyler York and O'Grady, and as you said at the start of this match, Erwin, tempers may have started to flare. There's so much at stake here. I mean, as I said, because of the high calibre of athlete that we've had in the injection division, getting this #1 contendership would be a certain amount of bragging rights in that locker room. And both these veterans want it. I mean, Tyler York arguably needs it more than O'Grady, because O'Grady's got the golden ticket, so... And he's got an entire year to cash that baby in. He could end this year as a dual champion, which is, of course, the rarefied air very few people have got to here in NEW.
Yeah, of course, still has a few months left in the year.
You're in the original Opus territory, really, for that dual championship history.
Well, here we go, round 2. Underway, 13 points apiece now. Of course, 2 each for that draw. Tyler York with one of the sit-out powerbombs, looking to win this one early. Oh!
Yeah, that sit-out powerbomb has been a game changer for Tyler York, but now both these guys have absorbed each other's best shot and kept on swinging. Tyler York changing tack here with a submission.
Yeah, going for a half camel clutch. O'Grady escapes. Gets to his feet quicker. Oh, than York. Oh, but they are both duking it out once more.
Well, there's got to be so much running through O'Grady and York's mind at this point. Certainly. I mean, did they stick with their kind of tried and tested style, or did they try and get that little bit more technical, which they have obviously evolved during this injection division?
Oh, the headbutt.
I think that might be your answer.
Yeah. Tyler York. They're going into brute power mode here. Oh, O'Grady with a sweep of the leg though.
You wouldn't want to put these two guys in a bench pressing competition, would you?
Oh, big DDT.
I mean, O'Grady right now is, I mean, the shape that this guy is in right now is absolutely insane, but you could say the same for York. For a baller indeed, clear the way.
Kick out by Tyler York again. Already going back to that arm he's been working on throughout the first round.
Of course, that threw a barrel at a nod to O'Grady's Irish heritage, our first Irish competitor here in NEW.
Springboard drop kick.
So flying the flag proudly for the Emerald Isles here tonight is O'Grady.
Beautiful armbar.
Yeah, great submission. And not only, of course, does it injure the limbs, it just sucks all the air right out of your body. It's a dual purpose submission. O'Grady will know that. And of course, any damage that O'Grady can do to Tyler York's lifting ability is going to affect that powerbomb.
A huge DDT.
Great ring awareness there by the veteran.
Ring awareness.
Just stuck that arm out. Didn't waste any energy trying to get his shoulder up. Great call by the referee.
O'Grady went for an elbow. York got out the way. Oh, another big headbutt.
You know, these are the kind of matches that the kids in the locker room, Erwin, should be watching. You know, you want to look for longevity here in NEW. You know, 5-6 years plus, then these are the type of guys that you should be watching. You know, the standard bearers, basically, who've helped this company evolve. Guys like York, guys like O'Grady, Simon Youngblood, Cowboy Roy. You know, Lita Chase, Diana Simmons, those kind of competitors. 2.
York close again. 1 minute left in our second round. I think York's looking for one of those elevated sit-outs. He is.
Beautifully done considering the potential damage to his arm. There it is. That sit-out powerbomb from York has been an absolute game changer this entire tournament. He absorbed one in the earlier round, did O'Grady, but he couldn't do it again.
Yeah, Tyler York creeps ahead in what has been a close-knit affair so far. Still 1 round left. If O'Grady managed to equalise, we'll have to look at another rematch for #1 contention.
Yeah, that is a great point. I mean, O'Grady's still got 5 minutes to equal up the score. I mean, all Tyler York really has to do at this point is survive the round.
Yeah, he can either stave off or look for another victory to cement that lead.
So it is really all up to O'Grady in this last round. This minute rest period as we look at this vicious powerbomb again. And look at the elevation on this for a guy the size of O'Grady. Boom, right up, right down. Absolutely perfectly executed by Tyler York. That could get him the injection title, that powerbomb, Erwin. Mark my words. 5 minutes left on the clock, and here we go. There's a
13, you see.
3-point deficit, so the pressure is all on O'Grady now. Tyler York starting strong.
Yeah, it can't be a draw, it can't be a count out if O'Grady is wanting to keep in this thing, and Tyler York is trying to make sure that is not the case.
Well, they say sometimes the best defense is a good offense. So perhaps that's Tyler York's thinking in this round, just wear down O'Grady as much as possible. O'Grady, brawler at heart, will fight for every second of it.
York again putting him off, still maybe trying to shake that powerbomb.
O'Grady's that twisted level of athlete though, Erwin. He seems to fight better the more hurt he gets.
Tyler York again keeping on top of O'Grady here for a solid minute now.
Well, this is exactly what Tyler York needs to do. He's not giving O'Grady a chance to breathe, keeping him off a vertical base. That's very important for a guy like O'Grady. Again, a dual-purpose submission, not only wrenching that neck, but squeezing that air.
O'Grady was trying to get some room in that ring, and a bear hug has been locked in by Tyler York.
Yeah, it's exactly, you know, what I was saying, Erwin. Tyler York just hasn't give O'Grady a chance to breathe quite literally in some cases. O'Grady finally getting out of that bear hug.
Straight to the back, Tyler York again just giving no room to O'Grady. O'Grady trying to create some now, sends Tyler York to over the top rope.
Nasty plunge there off the ring apron. Tyler York landing hard.
O'Grady going out there. Inflicting some more damage, a little stomp there. Shoving Tyler York into that barricade. Back on that arm again. Here's O'Grady. Hard strikes here. A beautiful foot of a DDT.
And on the outside, that just landing on that wafer thin mat on a concrete
Extra
floor.
impact. O'Grady heading up top. Oh, went for that Talon drop. Tyler York got out of the way, but swing and a miss. O'Grady still in control. Codebreaker going for the pin. Oh. What a fast and furious final round this has been. O'Grady with an incredible comeback here. Oh, just cut off by Tyler York. What a hip toss. Sunk in deep for that. Oh. Half camel clutch again by Tyler York. Oh, already again gets out. Float over DDT again. Driving the head of Tyler York into the mat. Basement dropkick. Oh, stomp hard kick to the face. Already exploding here. Into the final minute. Sets himself in the corner, looking for it again. Phillips Ballet. It hasn't been enough in the first 2 rounds.
Could be enough now.
It is.
Oh, would you believe it? Shawn O'Grady has equalled up the score. It is back to the drawing board for you in the committee, Erwin, because we still need a #1 contender for the injection division.
Yeah, personally I say we need a rematch and possibly put in a sudden death in case. Because we need a contender by Nightmare Before New Year.
Well, I said at the start of this matchup, this was the type of match that the kids in the locker room needed to watch, and this is exactly why. I think many people thought Tyler York might have held back in this 3rd round, but it was just not in that guy's DNA. He came to fight, and so did O'Grady. And for the 3rd time of asking for a ballet, absolutely vicious shot by the Irishman. 2. And there it was, beautiful.
Yeah, we want to thank you for joining us. We will be back next week. Thank you and good night.